Hello Technoholics. Today I am going to discuss about dictionary in Python. So what is a dictionary? A dictionary is an unordered collection of items. Dictionaries store item as key and value pair. In Python, dictionaries are written with curly brackets. So I would like to start it with a real world example. Suppose you are working in some company and that company has provided you with an ID card, and that ID card contain name and your exact name, okay, and your designation. So designation is a key and this graphic designer is the value. Your ID number, so ID number is the key and this 6534 is the value. Similarly phone is the key and this number is the value. Similarly, email is the key and this email ID, exact email ID, email@gmail.com is the value. So to store this type of values we use dictionary. Okay. Now after this we will see how to create a dictionary. There are two ways by which we can create a dictionary, and that first way is using constructor and the second way is using curly braces. So let's just look what is happening. First I am creating an empty dictionary using a constructor which does not contain any value, and this dictionary is a constructor, okay, dict. And similarly in the second method also I am just creating an empty dictionary by using braces, and over here I am creating a dictionary with the dict, okay, and in that I am just passing the key comma value pair. ID is the key and 1 is the value. Similarly, name is the key and John is the value. So let's just code this, okay. Now if I'm going to run this, so it will show me empty dictionary, okay. Sorry. So this is showing me an empty dictionary. Similarly, I can just use curly braces and it will also show an empty dictionary, okay. Now suppose if I want to add some value to this empty dictionary, so for that I can use this constructor as well and also this curly braces to populate this value with a key comma value pair, okay. So first I will use this. Okay, let's just see the output. So it is showing me a dictionary with the key comma value pair. If you look closely, that key and value is separated by a colon and the combination of key comma value is separated by a comma. So keep in mind while creating a dictionary, it is a very important thing that people might do some syntactical mistake over this. So please keep this in mind. And when you are going to use if you are going to use this curly braces, but when you are going to use this dictionary, okay, dictionary constructor, you just need to pass this ID, which is ID as key, and you can assign the value to it equal to 1 and name as the key, and similarly you can just assign it. So let's just check this out as well. Like if we just write this, what happens. Okay, yeah, now we have created a dictionary, we have element in it. Now Now we just want to access that element in a dictionary. For that also we have two ways. The first way is using square bracket we can access, and the second way is using get method. Now we will just look at what is the first method. In the first method I am just passing the key value over here in the square bracket, and I will get that value over here. Okay, that name value. Suppose I have a name value. Okay, name value, I'm just declaring it this variable as name value, and I need to create one dictionary first. I've created it as empty, so I will just rename it to student instead of an empty directory. Okay, and I'll just, because it is no more an empty directory, sorry, dictionary. Okay, now a dictionary is created with the name as student, and I will just use this dictionary, and my dictionary will have values like this. Okay, where id is the key and value is 1, and name is the key and value is John. So to access this John over here, I just need to give this, I'm just declaring a variable name value. So, and to access it I'm just using this key name which I've already assigned to it. So let's just look how to do that. First I'm using a square bracket technique. So I'll just pass this, okay, to my dictionary. My dictionary name is student. Okay, and I need to print this. Okay, so it should give me John. Yeah, it is giving. One another method is, instead of using this square bracket, we are just going to use this get method. Okay, okay, and sorry, so this is also giving me John. Now suppose I want to change this name John to some other name, and also suppose I want to add an element to a dictionary. We'll look how to do that. For changing the element, I just need to use this square bracket technique again, like we assigned the value or access the value to it in the same way, just by using this square bracket. Okay, now I have already a key as name, and I want to assign a new value to John. My student dictionary contained the name key and it has the value of John, but now I want to change the name to Sean. Okay, for that I will just use this dictionary name, and after that I'll just use this square bracket and I will pass that key. Okay, and what it will do, it will just go and assign that key with this value which I am writing over here. Okay, now let's just check the student dictionary. Okay, now the name has been changed to Sean. Suppose I forgot to add some attribute to it. This Sean is a college student and he studies in the department of CSE. To do that, I just need to again just pass that key, department key, to the dictionary. Even if it is not present, it will just go and add that key to the dictionary. No need to worry about that. Okay, and now if we print the student, what I will get the ID as 1, name as Sean, and the department as CSE. So what is happening that this department was not present before, but now it will be present. So even if it was not present at before and we just write it like this department, it will be added to the dictionary. See, it got added. Now to remove the elements from the dictionary. So first of all, I will like to describe all the ways by which we can remove the elements from a dictionary. Suppose I have a dictionary and I want to remove the specified element, like I want to remove the ID. Okay, then I will use this pop method, and there I will pass the student.pop id. Here in this example I wanted to remove the name, so I pass that student.pop name. So what will happen, it will be just left with this id and the department. Id will be equal to 1 and department will be equal to CSE. And now if similarly if we want to remove the last element, just the last element, any, so what it will do, it will just go and remove the department CSV and we will be left with only ID 1. And delete keyword removes the specified element in the same way, like like this pop method does, this keyword also do the same thing, and clear method empties the dictionary. So for that purpose I am just showing you what is going to happen with this remove. Okay, name, and we'll just print it as well, print student. Okay, so let's just check what is happening. Now the name has been removed. Similarly, if we don't just pass any key to it and we want to remove the last element from it, we'll just use this pop item function. So it will, this department CSE will be removed. See, this department CSE is now removed. Now I want to delete the name, so for that I need to reassign it. Let's just copy the code. Where did I do? Yes. Remove element. Let's just check if all the elements, if ID and name is present or not. Here it is present, and I want to delete this name. Okay, so it will again remove the, oh I didn't print it, sorry, I need to print the student. So I'll just print it. See, it is now left with only ID. Now my dictionary contains ID. Okay, again I will assign it because I want to show you one more. Sorry, I'll just copy from here. Okay, and I'll print student. Okay, then I will use this student.clear and again I will print student. So at first I populated with two key value pairs. First key value pair was ID and the second key value pair was name, and then I just printed it. It got printed correctly, and then I just cleared the dictionary. So I was left only with the empty dictionary. Now we will just look how to look through dictionaries to access the values. There are exactly four different ways by which we can do that. Suppose if we want to just access all the keys in the dictionary, for that I just need to do for key in dictionary, I will print the key. I'll show you. Just I will write like this: for my not dictionary. First I need to, yeah, it is already, no, it is not assigned. Okay, so in that way we'll be able to print the keys. Okay, so there were two keys. The first one was ID and the second one was name. We were able to print it. Now suppose we want to print the values. Okay, for accessing the value, what we will do, we will just use this key. Okay, we have the key now, and what we can do is we'll use that square bracket which I told you for accessing the key in this way. Suppose I give the student and I give this key into that bracket, we'll be able to access it over here, as showed it, right? Using square brackets we can access the values. So let's just look what is happening. If I just write the student over here and it will give me all the values. See, the values are printing now. Another one method is we can just use student.values over here and we will get the values. Okay, dictionary.values function over here and we can just print those values. So let's just check out that. And we will just print this. Okay, it will also print one and res. Is not iterable. Okay, sorry, I just missed the parenthesis. So it is okay to do some small syntactical mistake. Okay, and now if we want to access both the key comma values using items dot method. Items is a element, so this one whole thing is a item. Okay, this one whole thing key value pair is a element and also this one whole thing outer comma is an element. So if we want to access both the key value, we will use this technique. Okay, and here we are going to use items method. Items, and here simply we are going to just print the key as well as value. So this has lot of practical uses in your professional life. So you will find it when you start working on Python. So here we are able to see both the key and value as well. Now coming to nested dictionary. So before moving on to nested dictionary, I would like to inform you guys that a dictionary can contain a dictionary as well as a list or a tuple inside a dictionary. So a nested dictionary is basically a dictionary inside a dictionary. Okay, now suppose a student has a name, an ID, as well as a subject which he studies in his college or school, wherever. Okay, so now that subject is also an object. A subject can have an ID in the college. A subject can have the ID as well as the name. Suppose maths has given as the ID as 1. Okay, English has been given the ID as 2. So to understand that this student studies which subject, so it will be easier that if we assign the id to it. Now simply if we are just looking what is inside this dictionary, a dictionary has first item which is a key value pair, a second item again key value pair, and third item subject is also a, suppose if I write a full name, okay, is also a key value pair, but the value over here is again a dictionary. So this is a dictionary. Okay, it can be a list as well. Suppose he wants he have studied in many subject like maths, English, physics, so you can use list over here as well. But for this nested dictionary, I'm using a dictionary over here. So let's just check this out. So you see there was no error and it is working fine. Now copying a dictionary, we are going to copy a dictionary by simply using this dot copy method. Okay, and also we can just use this dict and pass the first dictionary as a parameter and we can copy it to the second dictionary. So I'll just show you. Let's just change the name to student 3, and over here I'll just print student 2. Both will show same value only. This should be student 3, and here I will print student 3. Okay, let's just check the output. So both are same. Now moving on to the new topic, which is dictionary methods. So I haven't discussed about all the methods. I have discussed about few methods like copy and this dot values dot items, but there are few important methods which I need to discuss with you guys. So this from keys is very important method of a dictionary. This we can use to assign a value to a set of keys. Suppose at the beginning we don't have any value for a particular set of key and we will need to update it later. So for that purpose we use this dictionary dot from keys. So I will show you with one example that will be better to understand. So I have a keys and it is a tuple which contains set of 3 key. Okay, sorry. So it is a set of 3 key, and at the beginning I don't have any value to it, so I'll just assign none to it, or yeah, you can say none or any value, be it a string or something like that. We can assign any value, none or empty string, and I'm just going to use this and I will store it in a dictionary. So I'll name this dictionary as dictionary dictionary set, and I'll just call this dict dot from keys function, and I will pass this keys and value. Now if I print this dictionary, so all these keys are assigned with none values. So similarly, there is another function called update. Suppose if we have missed out on any key value pair while assigning or declaring the dictionary, we can use this update. So what does this update is going to do? Now I have a dictionary called named as dictionary. I'll just use this dot update on that, and I will pass the new values as k4 and pass the value as none. Okay, now I will just simply copy this print dictionary. So what it will do, it will go and update the dictionary with new key value pair. Okay, so let's just check. So that k4 is now added with a value as none. So that's all for today. So guys, I hope you like this video, and if you really like this video, please share it with your friends and like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.